Oh, we're coming.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome into Game 3 of our Grand Finals. We have pushed to the rubber match in our lower bracket version of this. The reset is possibly upon us if Charles can get a win here today, or can Kilvereis on our left here close it out and take the crown. One match will decide whether we get a reset or a crowning. Joining me today on the mic is Solid Bones.
I am Solid Bones, everybody. Thank you very much for the big intro there, Vert and Ash. I'm very excited to watch these gamers go at it today. Both these folks have been at the top of their game. We already have the Banjo-Kazooie music on the deck, so if you have that on your bingo square, feel free to check it off already. We're starting with some kind of interesting things. We have another DK start. I think we've had a lot of DK starts in this series. Am I crazy?
We have. We've had a ton of DK starts and a ton of really fast ones. Things decided by 40 seconds or less between our two runners and sub 120s, I believe, in both cases. Kilv has been putting up incredible times in practices, sub 10s, so sub 110s. So we're hoping today for something that's nice and lengthy. We want to see a puzzle seed here. We want to see our runners really stretched to their absolute best donk knowledge.
Yes, we definitely, we don't want to throw words around very errantly here, Ash, but we don't want a seed that starts with the letter J. We want one that's maybe got some meat to it. We'll see. Starting with Gorilla Grab is interesting. That obviously gets everybody on their feet, hoping for arcade, praying for arcade.
There are a lot of people who would love nothing more than to see an arcade seed. And we have a real potential for a big long seed here today because we have Flagra rolling the seed today. So some spice maybe in the wings. We'll see if we've got something more than that. And we're counting down into launch. Last thing there is that we actually see with one of the better moves for Chunky with triangle as well. So hopefully we can see some rabbit. Who knows? Early caves force them to go rabbit. My dream.
Mayhaps. And we're on the island. Immediately switching to Donkey for that there fast movement. We got a little bit of divergence already. Going to be going to island here. Just some money.
A little too forest. I didn't quite see the
pineapple.
Pineapple. Oh,
okay.
No. Okay, all right.
Yeah, you're hitting that 3-pad every day of the week. That is dial 3 for Monkey, and that's immediately Monkey Port? Okay, hold up.
Oh, it was Monkey Port, okay. All right, see, calm down. See, please. Also, speaking of pound the X, if that's Monkey Port and oh no. we're closing in on possible pound the X even. We're to check the top of Isles Ferry when we get Tiny.
So I only saw the second page of hints there. I did not see the first just yet. We do know Tiny is in Japes in a melon crate. We know that the Castle Splat is on the lower side is Way of the Horde. That is going to be the pineapple launcher again there for Kilvereis. Aztec Totem's only got one potion, and something in Forest Metal Rewards is on the path to Keys Forning.
Oh boy. And we got some Ferret Walk on the music. Let's go.
You can't just call every Pokemon song Ferret Walk. I'm somewhat resenting this, Ash.
That one was actually Ferret Walk, though. That was actually a cumulative attack.
That's going to be again. Okay, so the first page of hints was Caves Funky Chunky, Way of the Horde. Something in the Factory Shops, Path to Key 2. Something in Galleon Caverns is Path to Key 7 and K. Rool and Donkey. Lanky can be found by Donkey and Angry Aztec. We are going to be going to Factory here first, which is going to very likely be our Key 2. Nothing else here directly hinted.
Interesting. Early Factory with these Kongs is going to provide a lot of decent checks. Also, we have a K-Roll Donkey phase, so Blast is going to be on our item list here. But I think we only saw, was it 7 in Donkey?
Yeah, 7 in Donkey. Not a Gigapath at all.
We could see Blast lock Key 7 in a weird way. Blast is Blast Black Pathings have been known to be a little weird in Season 3. Lots of different, ways it can go. And with Arcade, we could see Key 7 on Arcade. That's a possibility this season.
We're going to be peeking in here. Obviously, this is a little out of logic because we do not have the strongest of the Kongest, who just got an amusement park thing, by the way, like 5 seconds ago. I don't know if anyone here saw that. You can now buy a Donkey Kong hot dog. Great to be alive.
What a time to be alive in this world.
It's the year of the donkey hot dog. I love, by the way, that Charles did peak the upper Kasplat. We need a name for that Kasplat because he kind of sucks. Can we name him like Blevin or something? Like, we need a name for this guy.
Yeah, we've named a few Kasplats. We have good old Alphonse up in the forest. We got Kevin. That one I believe is Pierre.
Pierre. Grand final should get to name him. That should be alright. Oh, what we got here? We got Primate Punch immediately. Chunky is loaded like 5 seconds into the seed.
And no, the Undertaker is the Kasplat on top of the barrel throwing. Okay, sorry.
Okay. And this is gonna be key too. Absolutely. So that hint is solved.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So we're just getting a litany of different moves and accesses here, which is. Honestly, it can feel really good in a seed, but sometimes it can send you in every which direction early on if you don't have like the hints immediately. Tiny from Melon Creek Shape, I think I saw, and then I didn't see anything else there.
Let me checking out these factories. These factories aren't hinted, but always good to check.
If I did see correctly that Tiny is in a Melon Crate and Japes. Oh wait,
she's in Japes, yeah, and in Crate.
Okay, so we need Coconut for that.
Correct. Oh my god, intimidating Cranky. Jetpack is foolish. I'm very sorry to tell everybody. I know this is potentially the last tournament set. I know everybody wanted Jetpack, we wanted Mechfish, we wanted Arcade, but Jetpack is dead.
Look, we all want all kinds of terrible casino-y things for Season 3, but the proper send-off for Season 3 is a enormous jet seed that everyone is done with immediately. And no, I don't care. I'll curse it. We're here for showers.
She said it. We're 5 minutes into the seed. So third batch of hints here is going to be Chunky Museum is Way of the Horde. We've got something in the Forest Mills, Path to Key 6. The Fairy in the Dark Rafters is Way of the Horde. I feel like we're always in the Dark Rafters in Season 3 for the record.
Yeah.
And Diddy can be found by Chunky in Crystal Caves.
Expect our runners to skip that, by the way. Also, we have everything we need for Chunky Museum right now. Punch and barrel throwing are right here in testing. Charles is about to get them back. The only thing we might worry about is if Castle's level 5 or after, we may need to slam for that room.
Yeah, and the nice thing about having Factory this early is you do get quite a bit of cash for coming here, so they'll be able to buy from these shops pretty willy-nilly.
That's very true, but downside is, because you clear so much of Factory, you never want to have to come back. You basically only get cash for the Kongs who are here. If you get it level 1 you never find a Kong there, you could actually find yourself kind of poor with all the rest of the Kongs because so many of the coins are in Factory. I've had that happen to me several times. But looks like Kill was just done with Factory. Doesn't even want to go into Forest. No, he was just checking the cost of level 3, which unfortunately he's not going to peak because climbing to check Caves' cost is slow. And Kill hates doing anything that takes him more than 5 seconds.
True. Cove is one of our most aggressive players. We can do this today, folks. Let's count down. Let's get the big old 1. I see in chat. Got 2. Can we get a 3?
Twos. Got a 3 and a 5?
5, I'm not gonna lie. We're a little 4 doesn't exist. We're all allergic to 4. Kamerson is trying to jump in and save it, but Kamerson, I think it's a little too late. Meanwhile, Rise here is trying to sink the entire ship. So, I'm gonna give you all a D- on that one. I think there's room for improvement. We are failing to count.
Yeah, I was gonna say, chat is not the only one failing to count. Charles is over there hitting the 15 switch, while 14 was still up there and lit.
That was pretty rough. We're going to be checking the Chunky minecart here. This is always like Sphere 0 if Force is early enough, but it's just a golden banana.
It's just also a really nice way to get into the mill side. Like, it's a good routing that players have kind of been like, yeah, this is the right way to go. If you have chunky, gets you some chunky coins, some chunky bananas, gets a check out of the way, and then puts you on mill side where you kind of want to be.
Another batch of hints. I've got my... For the record, chat, what I do is I've just got my screen clipping tool hot and ready at all times when the hints pop up for just a split second. I'm trying to read them as they come up, but I know I'm going kind of fast here. But we've got Isle Fairy Smile Island is Way of the Horde. That was Pineapple. We know that. Something in Cave Metal Rewards is Path to Key 7, so we're going to be getting some bananas there. Helm Lamies is Path to Keys 6 and 8, and Cave Skasplat near Ice Castle is Way of the Horde.
Cave Metals for 7 is really interesting. It could infer somehow that Donkey's Metal in Cave is E7 if all of Donkey's other moves are locked, like, behind Blast in some other way, right?
Yeah. It definitely could. I'm sorry,
Blast,
I was just...
Blast alone is sufficient to get that.
Sorry, I'm always stunned at how aggressive Kilvereis plays, because I think we were in forest for a grand total of about a minute. Like...
Yes. So, oh my gosh, there's Bongo. So actually, no, it's not Donkey's Metal, because that is just a freestanding Bongo behind a Sphere Zero punch that you don't need anything else to get. So, it's probably not Donkey's Metal. We probably have something locked behind Blast that is an item that you use for a metal in caves. Makes me want to say... I actually think Chunky's accessible right now, so it probably won't be Donkey or Chunky's. Makes me want to say Tiny's Metal. Tiny's Metal is the most complicated of the ones remaining. Like, Diddy wants Rocket Barrel always, and then some either ors for other stuff. And then Lanky gets, like, Balloon and Trombone, or Balloon and Rocket Barrel. Again, maybe Rocket Barrel could be the hidden thing. But Tiny's got, like, a litany list of, like, bad ones, and then Feather and Sax. So it's either you find Feather and Sax, or it's the biggest chain of nonsense you've ever seen in your life.
Which we're always hoping for the chain of nonsense. That's kind of what we crave here. So
always,
know...
I would love to see the 20 bananas inside the Crusher be Way of the Horde.
So this Kasplat is Way of the Horde, and this is going to be Super Simeon. Okay. Could be for Castle, right? That could be for Chunky Museum theoretically.
Yeah. If we actually, unless somehow Caves is level 4, or sorry, Castle's level 4 at this point, we're somewhat confident that we're going to need at least one slam. So we'll see what level 4 is. If it's Castle, we'll need something else. But otherwise, that at minimum is explained. If Castle's 7, we're looking for another one, which would be very interesting. Additionally, slams being hinted Way at the Horde means either that slam blocks another slam, and we only need the one, or I believe twice as likely is that we need both slams. So we may be looking for a second slam. It's like 66%, 33% split. Blibok explained the exact numbers to me once, and I went, huh? And then...
Sorry, man. I just collect the funny golden bananas. Diddy has a potion here.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotta find Diddy first.
I'm trying to remember. That's not... No, that's not hinted. The only shop we have hinted here right now is Funky Chunky, which I don't believe we've gone to just yet. It looks like we're actually going there right now on the side of Charles. Didn't even
also,
look. Charles knew.
For people who were hoping for a nice long scene.
My God. Chunky is loaded.
What the Chunky, my boy. Chunky's got it all.
Chunky, how does it feel to be part of the bourgeoisie?
I'm pretty sure he would say it's okay.
Pretty sure he'd go, yeah.
Doing it, let's go! Give it to me. It's time to save my boy. I'm on stream. There's Diddy in the
Oh, that's so funny. He's in the spotlight room, dude. Diddy's under maximum security. What'd he do?
we got a Kuiper emote in mind about that one.
Welcome to bonus stage.
It's going to be good old slot machine.
I'm hoping personally that the rabbit also has something. Oh, you know I'm happy. I love this rabbit. Look at this happy little dance.
I'm glad you like the big rabbit. Melon! Rabbit! I gotta say, you're kind of letting us down right now.
Yeah, it's okay. He'll do better next time.
I think Kilvereis was just hard pursuing Diddy and just happened to pick wrong. Charles happened to pick right because, which makes sense.
Yeah.
The way Charles sequenced that, he immediately peeked over to Funky because that was hinted, so he was just going that way anyway.
Yeah, this might actually help Charles in terms of timing because, I mean, I have to imagine if you find Diddy like that, Rapid is a unfortunately slow check. So if you go this direction, you find Diddy on the long cabin check, which is also an eternity, peekable but an eternity. You're probably not going to want to go then also do the rabbit check. So could be like 30, 40 seconds that Charles makes up on kill just based on a routing choice that was made when entering caves. Especially because Charles entered caves after kill. We may even see Charles leave caves first.
Yeah, we potentially could. That being said, Charles definitely did hang around in Factory for way longer. Charles didn't even go in Forest yet, right? He went straight here?
Yeah, he went straight here. He didn't go to Forest. I will also say, our Helm is Donkey and Chunky, and we just have both those instruments right now. In these settings in Season 3, Donkey doesn't have a 2% minigame to slow him down, but Chunky does have his Hunky Chunky minigame, and that one is a concern, because it's the only move that Chunky does not have.
Yeah, that is very interesting. It is also very strongly hinted that Bongos is going to be on the path to Key 6, so Bongos is definitely something that these folks are going to have to keep in mind just because it is on path to Key 8 and 6.
Yeah. 6 and 8 just it makes a lot of sense. So
might check the Donkey Slam cabin here.
Yeah, I think we're checking both those cabins and then also the Strong Kong location. The Strong Kong Igloo.
Checking this splat real quick for some nice and cheap density. Again, we're busting my boy Diddy out of maximum security prison. Oh, we almost got shot for it.
A little bit of Get Out never hurt anybody. Except
definitely scared me
shot by Get Out.
Just a banana in here. We're gonna go for it? No. Okay, just give it
He's gonna get the Donkey Medal. I think he, like me, was thinking about Donkey Medal for 7 maybe, but I don't think Donkey Medal can be it. I don't think Chunky Medal can be it. So it's one of the other 3. We'll really have to see what move is hidden behind Blast, because 7 and Donkey really, and then a 7 hit after without Donkey really makes me think that Blast is on the path to Key 7 and it just like happens to also, be Donkey K. Rool. So we'll see if we can find Blast and then what move Blast hides, and that will probably tell us how to get Key 7. So I think Key 7 is not too bad.
Probably not. That is, again, there's going to be the Super Simian here for Charles, which, as you talked about earlier, Ash, could easily be pointing at another Simian. We're going to be running straight to Forest here. And despite, I feel like Kilvereis, again, playing their patented aggressive Kilvereis style, they're actually 2 bananas up right now on Charles.
Yeah, that's always been the thing that's been amazing about Kill. Despite the fact that Kill skips so many checks and plays so aggressive, it always feels like Kill is just moving faster through the checks and getting more bananas, like just ahead of you on tempo, ahead of you on pathing. Like it's incredible. It's why he's in the finals. I'll have to tell you.
All right, real quick, gonna have another little bit of a hint readout for y'all. We've got Isles, Fairies, Fungi Lobby is Way of the Horde. That is gross. Hate that. Prod Room is foolish. 5-door is foolish. And something. Ooh, you ready for this one, Ash? Something in the testing area is on the path to keys 4, 5, 7, Lanky and Donkey K. Rool.
So that would be Punch.
Yes.
Oh no, it's not, because Punch gave you 8. So that's barrels. It's barrel throwing. Yeah, for Lanky, it's barrel throwing.
Yeah.
Oh, gross. Barrel throwing for Lanky is... Huh.
We are using the pineapples to light the way here, because we do know this fairy is Way of the Horde.
Hunky chunk. Oh, there you go.
We got a clean, chunky sweep.
Have we seen... Yeah, wait, hold on. Have we seen a Chunky K. Rool thing?
A Chunky K. Rool hint?
No.
No, not yet.
Interesting. So Hunky's required. We know 2 are K-Rool people, not the 3rd. Got DK and Lanky.
Gonna be checking out the Donkey's Vacation home over here in Forest.
I love that community name for that location. Thornvine Barn sounds so sinister, doesn't it? I much prefer Donkey's Vacation home.
He's chilling. it's got like 3 checks in it. He's hanging out.
See,
that was a good melon pull, yeah. Oh, that's gonna be diving. Okay, I'm telling you, man. He keeps the goods in here.
Yeah. We still don't have strong comms. This is not logical diving.
Ooh, that is a miss on a slow fairy. Killed again, staying hyper aggressive, just literally ransacked Donkey Kong's house and left. Rude.
Mills to 6 could be funky. No, wait, what was the fairy? It was, could be diving, could be... What was the fairy in the Dark Raft? What is this? Oh, this is the Bongos thing. What is this? Is it Strong Kong?
Strong Kong.
There it is. Okay, so it is diving to 6. That's awful. That's terrible. Bongos to 6 provides Strong Kong, provides diving in and then you get there's so many things that can be.
This is what the crowd craves. We just want hints that say, like, I don't know, it's somewhere underwater, smiley face.
yeah. Somewhere underwater, smile.
What are we doing here? Did we see too high of a banana count? I didn't see because Kilvereis is going for it. Yeah, I guess he's doing some dumping here.
Yeah, I think he wants to hit 20 and possibly try to get into level 4.
Charles now going into Forest for the first time. I think they're sniffing out cabin.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we just needed to do a little bit of... Yeah, we were like 1 off. Gonna be running straight to Japes here, seeing if we can't get on over to the melon crate.
The
Hunky Igloo was peaked. It was a melon.
Was peaked. But the Crusher and also Tiny's Metal and Caves are not peaked. So Hunky could be for that. Actually, chat, do you want the ultimate cook? The true pièce de résistance? Here we go.
What is it, Ash?
Tiny Metal in Caves gives Feather Bow. Key 7 is on Isles Fairy in Fungi Lobby.
Oh, that's a key. That's gonna be a quick and dirty key 5, which I believe is unhinted so far. Yes, it is.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one at all. But here's what, right? So, if Feather was hidden behind that, then you would need Hunky. Hunky could be way forward without.
Yeah, okay, never mind. I'm sorry. This was hinted. So that is why keys 4 and 5 are behind barrel throwing.
That's so funny.
That's so funny.
Oh my god. And
oh my god, what is this? This is the most loaded underground in the history of time. Pop guns?
Chat, I'm gonna need you to put a couple of baby rages in chat for the baby seed. This is unreal.
Okay, so now
we still have coconut. We still have coconut to get tiny. Yeah, so Diddy Phase is dead. We can't have Diddy Phase because we know that Barrels is not on the top Diddy Phase and Peanuts is behind that. So we either have Chunky or Tiny Phase. I think our runners are hoping for Chunky Phase, but I'm hoping for Tiny Phase. No, sadly this is not Lanky list. We have Lanky Hero.
Is this another furry walking song?
No, this is what? Violet? No. Lavender Cat? Lavender Cat? No. What? This
Ash,
is
you're
on the
getting
early
an F on your report card. You're getting coal in your
Look,
stocking this year.
Man! I know the names of Pokemon towns. Azalea. Thanks. Chat got my back. Even when Bones don't got my back, Chat got my back.
Donkey Blueprint, just going to quickly rebind some stuff over there. Meanwhile, Charles is cleaning out Forest a little bit. And again, what we were talking about earlier is it's crazy with how aggressively Kilvereis plays that he still manages to have a banana lead. It's like, dude, you didn't expect anything.
So a really interesting thing, actually, that's making the seed even faster. Peanuts are a useful check for getting you bananas and, like, helping speed you up. But beyond that, literally worth absolutely nothing, because vines in the seed are past 4 and 8. We've seen that before. But barrels doesn't match up. So at this point, Peanuts is past literal nothing. The whole shipyard is dead.
Which shipyard is already half dead because we knew 5-door didn't have nothing. Coconut was
just in the same level. Doubters are in shambles, and by doubters I mean me with my 10,000 point bet. That is just tiny, accessible. What is happening in this baby seed? Oh, I'm just gonna give you everything everywhere. Who needs complexity?
What is this, a seed for ants?
Nice Zoolander reference. I'm a big fan of that.
I'm glad you appreciate that. You know they made a sequel and everyone hates it? Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's real sad, too.
Driving straight
Honestly,
on through to Heater Cranky.
If this seed continues on the pace that it's going, we might see the only real complexity be where is key 6, and that could just be who checks the right diving check first. That would be unfortunate. Let's hope for something much better than that.
Quick little Ramby here because we got to bust open a few things. Yeah, the seed is looking crazy fast. It's funny, we were just talking earlier about how, like, Season 3 might be getting a little figured out. I don't know if y'all are feeling that way, but it's like, we're starting to get pretty fast at this here video game.
Yeah, actually, the good point is because Peanut is completely dead, so, like, Barrels is not on the path to 8, and we already know where 4 is, but Vine's on the path to 4 and 8. It can't be Peanuts at all. So all the diving checks in Galleon that are locked by the Peanut gate are completely dead. Just do not do anything. So our diving checks are even like really reduced too. We're just blazing this seed. Doubters, your only hope this seed is honestly if somehow, some way, level 4 is like Galleon and level 5 is Aztec, and we have to find a really complicated blast somehow. Right? Because Galleon Caverns has Blast. It can't be the Vine check, but could be Punch. Or Pine. Oh wait, it's just a Cannon game, isn't it? It's on Cannon game. Never mind. Barrels is on the path to and Donkey, and Galleon Caverns. Yeah, okay. So Blast is just on the Cannon game, isn't it? Ooh, that's unfortunate. I think Doubters are dead.
Sorry, Doubters. I'll be at your funeral. It'll be great.
Doubter is really trying to find my way through. Unfortunately, not happening today, chat.
The song playing right now is the theme of the funeral.
Yeah.
We are climbing all the way up Forest here. Kilvereis doesn't give a half of a dang about the inside of this mushroom.
Yeah, so Kilt has kind of gone on record saying that, like, he will never climb the mushroom unless it's hinted.
Which, that's the kind of haterism that I can respect.
No, I mean, big same. I wish I actually stuck to it, but sometimes I look at the mushroom, and the mushroom calls to me, but, no, it's the right call, probably.
Again, it's just that it's the hyper-aggressive playstyle Kilvereis has. Sometimes it's made him lose games because they just get so laser-focused on exactly what they have to do that they've missed some just, like, randomly... Oh, we're right on the money, 27! Oh, dang it, I was a little slow. Vine swinging is
Swinging.
on Chunk.
You have to climb it. You have to climb it. I haven't seen a single hint for that.
Remember what I said
That's so
earlier
funny.
about Kilvereis getting burned by that potentially?
Ooh. So forest, we do have it hinted that forest metals is vines. So we knew, so Kill isn't gonna get hit burned. But this is like the last one he'll check. He's not going to do this. This is it's not too bad, but it is like a small advantage, a little bit of time.
Just so Kilvereis accidentally jump into the quicksand, just go forget this and just grab the strong con barrel.
Right, and we have Charles checking pineapple checks because obviously pineapple is horde right now.
No, I actually missed that page of hints. I'm waiting for Charles to pull it up.
Yeah, the 20 page I didn't get, and the let me see if I found the 20 page there. We had Japes Hillside to 8, testing area to 6, 7, 8, and DK and Chunky. Okay, so that's Punch. Punch is 6, 7, 8, DK Chunky. So Chunky K Rool exists. Is it just Chunky Metal? No, it can't be Chunky Metal in Ks for 7. What is happening in P7?
Key7, what's been up? What you been doing lately?
Yeah, so like Barrels is on the path to Key 7, but so is Punch. And 7 Donkey is pointing to Galleon Caverns. But the Barrels and Punch don't overlap each other in that area? Real interesting.
Wait, was there a potion there and Kilvereis was just running away from it?
Yeah, 100%. There was a potion
You know what?
in that shop, and Kill said, nah. Nah, I'd win.
Oh, it was Lanky? Okay, sorry. I thought I saw Diddy. I was like, hold up, Kilvereis.
Okay, it was Lanky. Okay.
I thought I saw
also
Diddy's face. I was like cracking up.
I also saw Diddy, and I was like, man doesn't care. He just does not care at
I've
all.
literally seen Kilvereis do that. He made eye contact with the shop potion he could have gotten and just went like, not hinted, I'm running.
We're not even 30 minutes in. I feel like the whole scene's over. What is happening?
Commentator L? No, it's not an L. I refuse.
Yeah, I refuse to take the L. As I was saying, nah, I'd win.
Refer to a previous statement about me winning.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
That's going to be the pop guns over there, which again, we know are nothing.
I like what Kill was doing here. Hydro Temple, not directly hinted, as far as I know, but we do have Pineapple on the way of the Horde that we have not gotten resolved yet.
Yeah, these are quick enough. As long as you don't get the copyright. Oh!
Alright. I'm sorry, doubters. We tried. We weren't strong enough.
My boy. My guy, just hanging out there in my coconut. That wasn't hinted yet, right? Am I crazy?
No, not hinted. We just knew that Lanky was in by Donkey and Aztec, so. Kill was checking the coconut one because Oop could be Lanky, and checking the pineapple one because pineapple is a unresolved Way of the Horde from earlier. So, a little unfortunate.
And we're just playing the triangle for that cop, man. That was a little too aggressive for our energy.
Don't blame him.
Melon. Kilv is just moving, blasting this guy.
The Kilvereis movement is actually unreal. Now, Pat, we're not closing up the season at all. There's no guarantee that Kill even wins this. Charles had a very good chance of being able to put this together. He's not like as behind as the space between the levels seems. He has gone into forest and gotten vines, which is something that Kill still needs to do. Like, this is still anybody's match, but absolutely, if if Kill keeps it up and goes at this pace and just blazes through everything, you could be looking at your next Donkey Kong main system champion. So.
Where are we going? It actually seems like Kilvereis is thinking, teleporting back and forth, doing a little bit of the old island jig that we've all done so many times.
The think dance. Patent pending.
We do. I know that divines are hinted, but we do have to kind of hope that Kilvereis does remember to go get it. It's easy to forget those things. I mean, obviously, they're one of the best gamers to ever do. That's why they're here in grand finals. But
True.
A lot of moving parts.
Castle 7.
So that is behind
means
Super
we are
Duper.
missing a slam. And so unless we get hinted about that somehow, we don't have a good answer. Also, 40 bananas for Galleon, level 6. We are in farming time, which is gonna help. Again, gonna help Charles get back up in space with Kill. Blueprint-wise, they're only 2 blueprints apart. Charles has 2 more blueprints than Kilv does, but Kilv dumped a couple. I know Kilv is like 32 GBs right now. I don't know what the exact GB count for. James Forest Lobbies is Key 6. Okay, so Key 6 is probably just the ferry in Forest Lobby, right?
Yes, which we know. Aztec free tiny item is Way of the Horde. And K's Metal Rewards only has 1 potion, which is the one thing that we know about, I believe. And then something in the cave shops, Path to K, Rool, Lanky and Diddy.
Yeah, it's looking like diving for feather somewhere.
Ooh. There we go, we got it.
Oh, 31 and 30, like 2 or 3. So that actually, the GB you need is just, it doesn't really exist. The number of blueprints that Charles is ahead of Kill by is the same number of GBs he's behind. Like, they're basically tied, with currently Kill going through some shops and stuff.
Yeah, the question is will Kilv climb Forest now? Or just buying everything up in a Cranky's, oh my god, Cranky's factory here.
I get the sense he's going to. He needs 5 more to get in. Actually, he has 4 blueprints. We could see him just dump to get in, possibly. That's another thing he could do. Yeah, so 35, 32, and 2 blueprints on the side of Charles. So Charles is 1 effective GB behind Kill, and that's it.
Getting some bananas for Diddy here, and we will be going up. We're not climbing the inside, though. Yeah, like you said, I think they're desperately trying to avoid the reality where they have to actually climb the inside for Chunky.
Agree. There's the 36 hint. It's Main Isle 8, Japes Lowland 5. Right, I didn't see any others, but we already knew Japes Lowland was 5. Main Isle 8, that could be Mini Monkey? No, it can't be Mini Monkey.
It's also a storage and arcade is Foolish and Lighthouse 1 potion.
Lighthouse 1 potion.
Yeah, that's a million Foolishes. These levels are dying. There's like 1 thing in Galleon.
Unfortunately, when you get a million Foolishes, it usually means that the game doesn't have space to think anything else in any real way, which sucks because it usually means the seed is a lot quicker than you want it to be. Or maybe on our runner's hand, they both really want it to be fast. Who knows?
And here we go. Kilvereis doing their least favorite activity. They are putting on the climbing shoes. They are taking the sad walk.
Yep.
I feel like this routing is also just full of hate. It's like, I'm not going the way you want me to, game. I'm really going up the other way.
Oh yeah, I said Jet earlier. I'll stand by it. I ain't afraid. I ain't afraid to say Jet. You can't hurt me, chat.
Ash calls him like she sees him.
It's true.
Look, I got on here and I said the word jet like 10 minutes in, and Tudos was ready to rip my head off. But Ash is braver than I.
They believe in a commentator curse, and you know what? I believe in it too. The problem with me believing in it is that I just don't care. I want to see this on Tudos. He's still ready. Run, Bones, run!
I accept the dangers of this job. Going up the metal here.
There goes a true American hero.
Be able to get the last few bananas. Get Chunky in the pound room.
Yeah, I think Kilvereis gonna keep pushing the GBs. He's gonna get this GB. He's gonna go into the Lanky rooms, probably try and get start Lanky's medal, and he's gonna finish Chunky's medal inside the Chunky face shooting room. And then get vines, and I wonder if he'll just quit out of forest when he gets vines, or if he'll finish the face shooting room, because he still doesn't have an answer for why Pineapple is bored yet. So.
Well, Cave Story mentioned, a Cave Story song?
Oh, right. The meow thing was Monkey. So Monkey
Yes.
Port is the 8 and only 8. So good news. We don't have to use Monkey Port anywhere. That's true. Pineapple is required for key 4, isn't it? Because of the vines and pineapple requirements for that underground. So technically Pine is just answered.
Oh, big old cop down there. Getting away from that guy. Don't like to cut up his jib.
Key 6 right there. Excuse me? Wait a minute, Free Tiny is key 6?
Yes, well, we knew free tiny item was Way of the Horde, so that checks out.
Yeah, but there's a couple of things that key 6, like obviously this is diving block, so that makes sense, but why is Japes the Forest on path 6 now? What have we found in Japes Forest? Strong Kong, right. Oh, we found Strong Kong in Japes Forest. That's right. No, we didn't. We found Strong Kong in Cave's Helm.
Yes,
No,
which
no.
we had
No,
a
just
hint
kidding.
for.
Sorry. Bongo was in Cave Helm. Strong Kong was on the Bongo's pad and stuff. So
Yes.
yeah, never mind.
Kilvereis getting
so-
a little bit owned here, by the way. It's the last banana medal that they're checking.
Yeah. Japes Forest refers to the lobbies. Every different location in this game has a different hinting subsection. So it says like, oh, an item in this section of checks leads to this. Japes and Forest and Caves to Helm are the splitting of all the lobbies in the game because they don't belong to Isles, but they don't belong to the levels themselves. So the lobbies for Japes, Aztec, Galleon, Factory, and Forest are all in one pool, and the lobbies for Caves, Castle, and Helm are in the other pool. That's what that.
We have not checked Isle shops until right now.
Oh.
Just got Vine Swinging, gonna go check out the Banana Horde. I think there's still a couple bananas shy of being able to go into Galleon. By the way, that was a nasty shot from Kilv.
Yeah, I just watched Phil shoot over the Night Gate to get the balloon. That's
Yeah.
Wow.
Sicko stuff.
Genuine sicko stuff.
And that's going to be 38, so they still need 2 more bananas to be able to get into Galleon. They are literally doing a let him in meme at it.
They could just dump, but Tudos, our speedrun grandfather over here, saying he knew it before Rando was cool.
Yeah, Grandpa. I bet you didn't even have music randomization back then.
He's gonna actually tear our heads off now.
He's gonna... Bones won't be commentating anymore for reasons undisclosed.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, we had to listen to Grant Kirkhope.
Dude, I was saying we had to listen to Grant Kirkhope. Everyone going, okay, Okay, so they're going to be checking out the donkey door here on the side of Charles, so that is going to give them Lanky, who, by the way, has done a grand total of nothing so far.
Yeah, he's needed for K. Rool. He hasn't found anything himself.
He's basically a key in this run.
Well, he might need something. You don't know. But, I mean, it's in the name, right? It's Lanky. Someone just said it in chat, too. I thought
Sniped.
I had to get it right before chat did.
Running straight back to Aztec in order to buy that Lanky potion that was on Cranky.
We have three-way of the hordes that are not currently filled. The lower cave spot and castle, the Funky Museum, and the Isles Ferry and Fungi Lobby. Probably one of them is going to give Feather and lead to the Feather one. You have to imagine, right?
It's pretty crazy that castle is so deep and has some pretty important stuff.
Yeah, where's that slam? Where's that trombone? Is definitely a concern.
That's going to be a quick key 6, because again, that was heavily hinted. By heavily, I just mean directly.
Yeah. Way of the Hordes are...
Interesting, we're choosing to dump. Was it not 40 for Galleon? I thought it was 40 on the nose. Is it more than that?
I think, Charles has 7, so he's going to go to 46 bananas. So this is going to give him the 45 hint and the 40 hint. Sorry, the 45 hint and access. So that's actually, not bad.
Big high 5 going on, but also both of them hit 42 at the same time. That's pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I did not mean to yell over you there, Ash.
No, they in fact, with blueprints, they both have 46 exactly. And the only difference right now is that Charles is choosing to dump all of them to get the extra hints, and Till was just dumping enough to get into Gallon. I think that's a very small divergence, but honestly, kind of puts them in even playing grounds. 44 minutes in, we high-five with the exact same number of bananas and a similar number of blueprints, with the only difference being that Kill turned in a couple blueprints earlier. Wow.
Okay, so this thing in the Galleon Caverns here is going to be on our path of Key 7 and K. Rool Donkey, so it's almost assuredly going to be thing that gets blast or blast.
Yeah. What's interesting is Barrels, this path to Key 7 has punch. I expect it's going to be on the punch one because Barrels gets more multi-used, but yeah, here we go. That's Featherbow. Okay.
Featherbow. So now, okay, we can go immediately check out the Fungi Lobby if we want. Kilvereis is almost certainly going to go check out the Vines and Cranky here.
That is an O-stand that's probably never needed because Monkey Port only to 8. But we never know. Path to 8 can be many things. Red Slime on Forest Lobby Ferry would go hard.
Oh, this is an interesting divergence. It looks like Charles is actually electing to go to Castle.
Yeah. I think he thinks Key 7 not important. Pathwise, there is a potion here.
Oh god.
And there's a second Cave's Helm lobby here, too.
What do we got? It's gonna be trombone. There it is.
Wait a minute. So, Cave Helm lobby was the Bongo Blast was 6 and 8.
Yes.
So it's Bongo Blast 6 and 8, but we have one that's for DK and Lanky, and that one is going to be Trombone Tremor. Which means that Trombone Tremor is on the path to getting Blast, but not 7.
Interesting.
Which is fascinating. So whatever we get from Featherbow is going to diverge. Half of it's getting a 7, which makes sense. So here's the thought, right? Featherbow is on the path to 7 and Donkey, whatever we get in Fungi Lobby is going to be an item that gives. It could just be the key. Let's see what this is for a second.
By the way, the outskirts scour potion was oranges.
Okay. This is going to be used with trombone to get DK, and maybe with barrels to get 7.
This fairy is on something.
Yeah,
this fairy is camping directly above Kilvereis. They're getting owned. It's gonna be
Rocket Barrel Boost. Okay, so Rocket Barrel Boost plus barrels is T7, and Rocket Barrel Boost plus trombone is DK. There's a couple options for both of those. RBB plus.
Oh, interesting. I didn't realize Kilvereis does not actually have inflate.
Yeah, Cave's Diddy medal. Actually, Cave's Lanky medal is a real thought, because Rocket Barrel and trombone. Well, actually, trombone and balloon are sufficient for that though. Also, inflate.
What do you want from me? It's what he does.
It's true. It's true. He also stretches his arms out, just for you. Not for anyone.
Yeah, and what's the next line? What's the next word in that song? Huh? I don't want to hear it.
I don't know what you're talking about. There's no other words in that song. I ended the song right when it ends. See, there we go. Chat's coming back. Deflate himself. See? I know what you're talking about.
Wow. Puts himself down.
Yeah. Just deflates himself. Oh, man.
When I get home from work on Monday, just like a balloon.
Everyone else's songs were super cool, and they called me funny looking.
They did. They kind of drag Lanky down in that rap.
Yeah.
And so immediately sniffing out the same thing that you did, Ash. Looks like they're kind of gunning for Lanky banana medals, and we're also going to be. Oh yeah, checking this.
This is interesting.
Interesting idea. Nope. Just a banana for the troubles. Let's see how Charles does with this fairy. This fairy is... They just ate a box of Frosted Flakes, and that's going to be a one and done.
Ooh.
Love to see it.
Little 30-second
Isn't Lanky
time
canonically related to the Kong enemies from DK64? Where did you hear that from? Is that in the Donkey Kong lore Bible that exists? Just because they're both orangutans, huh? I see how it is, chat.
Oh dear. I will also say, funny thought. That same lore Bible said that you need to Primate Punch to beat Dogadon too. So you know, don't believe everything you read, children.
Oh wait, is it in the manual? That's so funny.
Yeah.
Dang, it is in the lore Bible. I'm sorry, it's me. I'm wrong.
Not the same source. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we are scouring for B metals now in caves. I think someone has figured out that it's almost certainly Super Duper Simian Slam that is on Lanky's metal here. Or Kitty's metal.
I think Lanky's metal is. I think that's the compliment you mean it to be, Gred. Yeah, he's the black sheep, but he means well. It's so sad. Yeah, we all hate him, but he means well.
At least he's happy about it.
Yeah, he's happy about it. It means he's not really one of us, but you know, we like the way he dances. Oh, God. Main aisle at the K-Roll versus Donkey. Oh god. Wait. Okay. So Summit Barrel? It's Summit Barrel, right? Because trombone plus Rocket Barrel, Summit Barrel, baby. Yeah, let's go. That's an answer.
Yeah. No,
okay. and then we need rocket barrel plus barrels to get the path to key 7, which I think is this medal, but we'll see quickly.
That's a pretty funny location for Blast. That's like, feels canon, you know?
Agree. So, what if anything are we missing? We have all of Chunky, we have all of Lanky, we know where DK is now, we have all our Helm stuff, so realistically, all we're missing is key 7.
I think you're right.
Key 7 for go. We have to get DK first, so but which means key 7 is probably just in the museum, like people are thinking. And there's Slam on the Diddy medal at the same time.
High five. This is actually, now I don't know. This is getting very close.
You want to know the difference?
Why are we checking this trombone? I mean, it's not a fast, it's on a long check, but do we just think it's this?
Here's the thing. I think Charles got the 50 before Tilv did, and now knows everything. I think Charles knows literally everything. He knows exactly where all the things are. So the real thing is, can we know? Charles is on 53 and 2 blueprints. Tilv is on 50 with 6. So technically Charles is 1 GB behind, but Charles is on the way, has a bit of an advantage in terms of where he's going. So right now, advantage arrow is looking a little bit more towards Charles, in my opinion.
Yeah, and
there
there it is.
That's probably Blast.
Almost assured they're going to be Blast. They're going to be through grabbing this Lanky. It's just going to be Banana. Does Kilv, do they feel it? Are they going to check the hint, or are they just going to go for it?
Kilv's dumping.
They're dumping.
I don't hate it, and then you do this. You're going to get your 57. And the idea is you go into Castle, you get that, you get your Blast, and you hope that you find the remaining, remaining 7 bananas in Castle? I think you can get some bananas in Castle between shops and everything else.
Alright, they quickly flashbang themselves with the hint, so now they should be aware where it is.
This is trombone lock because logically you require Rocket Barrel to get up there, and you have to place trombone to spawn the Rocket Barrel on Alice.
You just see what Charles did to your boy?
Yeah. I saw.
Brutal.
So cruel. Tutos in the chat cheering. We need a bye-bye American Pie for Lanky, you know?
Yeah, Kilv, gonna be going straight to it. What is the banana differential right now? It's 54 to 56, and it looks like
it is. Yeah. So 56 with 1 blueprint left on Kilv's side. He chose not to dump that Diddy blueprint. It is 54 with 2 Lanky blueprints on Charles' side. So it is tied. It is literally tied. Charles is getting into Castle, and it's basically the same thing. Like, yes, Kilv has 1 other blueprint, but you really don't want to be dumping that 1 blueprint. You want to be hitting like 8 GBs and just going, right?
Yeah.
Whereas
so
I think...
it's just a matter of whether or not those like 2 extra bananas make up the difference of Kilvereis doing the game now.
Yeah. So yeah. So
this could splat his way of the horde.
Charles is also going to do this way of the hero. This is... Wait, no, it's not this one.
Wait, dude, which spot is it? It's lower cave center. Sorry, it's the one underground.
Yeah. Pretty good. Nice understanding of the verticality of Castle is helping here. Pick up these things. You don't buy that potion. Charles, please, for the love of God, do not buy that potion. You know you don't need it. You don't want it.
Charles, give in to the dark side. Buy the potion. What if it's your X Factor, Charles? Nah, he's not giving it the temptation. He's fine, Diddy potion.
Oh my God, he's got another chance at temptation here. Charles, your donk fairy. Don't do it, Charles. Don't do it.
Don't do it, Charles. So Kilvereis here is at 56. This is pretty dead even. Charles, I think, if I had to guess, I think Charles is ahead by like 15 seconds here, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, Charles has 1 more GB and more blueprints than Kilv does, and is at the location. I would say 15 seconds in a GB, like maybe 2 GBs, like check-wise, like, yeah, it's like 30 seconds. Also, look at the pace.
88 BBs.
Oh my god. The one underground, oh, no, that's not the right one. Cave one, my bad. All right.
Did you also just say the wrong Kasplat?
Yep,
It's one of these Kasplats, folks.
Knows, buddy knows! So, really interesting is, we have 2 ways of hordes, and only one required thing left. So what is this? This is just the key. You can go. You can leave. You're done. Don't care about that spot underground. Who cares? Just go.
Oh, this is gonna bite Kill by little thing. Charles is just sprinting.
Yeah, he's just gonna go get all of his GBs. I mean, I guess you kill that splat because you know where he is, but do you even go there? Do you just? I think you just go for the above ground one because you don't care.
You know
right?
he's not a banana.
Yeah, exactly. So don't go there. Like what can you what can you even get 2% by? Donkey has no 2% mini games, and Chunky, you have every Chunky. You can't get 2% by him at all, right? So just that's 4 blueprints. He's at 62.
We are not even killing him. We are goodbye, Kasplat. It's been nice knowing you. I'll catch you later.
Okay, so here's the thing. Charles is going to be 1 short. He's 1 banana short right now.
Oh, Charles is thinking. Yeah, they're not sure where they want to go for density. Ooh, that sucks. The immediate made eye contact with that money and said, "Absolutely not, officer."
He's gonna dump them, and he's gonna hope. He's going to hope for. Is he gonna do? Is he gonna do this? Oh yeah, yeah. We're gonna get a backflip into the barrel. Oh my god. Does that mean Kill's ahead? No, he has to do museum.
Yeah, Kill still has to do museum. We're gonna go backflipping into this.
Okay, so we're getting a mini game to do this. This is the chance for. Oh, it's really quick though. Oh, it's really quick. Oh my god.
That's great for Charles.
This is a Diddy blueprint, so it does actually introduce a new Kong who has to dump. So Charles is going to do a 4 Kong dump. Right now, Kill is slated to, because this is a tiny blueprint right here. So Charles is at 54 if he wants to dump 3 blueprints. He could also buy, but I don't think he would do that. Oh, he's going to. Okay. Buying faster than dumping. We have 2 1s, so yeah, so Kill is going to buy these 2 and dump with Chunky to hit 64, whereas Charles is going to dump these 4 times and be in. This is a clear advantage to Charles. I'm going to say maybe like 40 seconds.
Yeah, and 40 seconds is, when they're racing this fast, is kind of a death knell, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I think it might be more than 40 seconds, honestly, because we had to go through all of Museum too, right?
Yeah, we still have not poked into Museum at all. We could theoretically snap a picture of the Banana Fairy in there, but I think then we're still scrambling for 1.
Just now realizing each shop is a portal to the shop dimension. The Rock, I don't need those kind of heavy thoughts right now, man. I don't want to go to the infinite Wii shop dimension.
I like the idea of Candy just living in her own dimension. She's an extra dimensional being. She's not from here.
If there isn't a shared shop dimension, there must be multiple copies of each shopkeeper, and that's far more from. No, but Rock, hear me out. What if every shop is its own Everett branch of splitting timelines? And so it's all the same person in different points in time. Yeah, so quantum superposition shopkeepers.
Oh no, he messed up the punch order. Charles now in straight up go mode, going directly to Helm, barring something disastrous. I think we're gonna see a reset, Ash.
I think we're seeing one. I think all the people who are cheering for more Donk are gonna get their wish. Charles is entering at 102.20, and Kill has P7 right now at about the same time. He has to do one more dump, and then he's in, which means I think a dump is about like 10, 15 seconds. Time up, we'll probably get like 103. I'm gonna call it 103.08. That's what I'm gonna say he's gonna get up there. And inside the actual helm door, which would make it about a 48-second advantage, 50-second advantage, around 45 to 50 seconds, I think.
It's pretty difficult to make up that much time at this point in the race.
It's gonna be a little longer than that, actually, because to get up there, it's gonna be like more like 103.15 or 103.20. It's maybe a whole minute advantage. This is a whole minute advantage, actually. Yeah, 100%. This is a whole 1 minute advantage. I have too much respect for both these runners to believe that Charles is gonna choke an entire minute advantage. I think this is I think this is barring a catastrophic failure of some form, Charles. This is just lights out, good game, shake hands, go to the next.
You know, you could on the chunky phase of K. Rool, which you could get punched 8 times. That will kill you. The DK phase, what if you shoot wrong 8 times? Again, that's a game over. That's rough.
As I said, catastrophic failures.
Yeah, already they are a clean helm room ahead. Again, pretty difficult to come back from this at this point. This was what a fast seed, Ash.
Oh no, God, yeah. We have no tiny phase, so we're possibly seeing a sub 110. It's a maybe. It would require some really good execution from Charles, but it's possible.
Charles going into last helm minigame here. It's gonna be bug. There is no 2% here.
Coconut was hinted in the Hillstein, right? Coconut to 8. That makes sense. Got a coconut game in the helm. It's fast, big bug bash. We're on pace to have sub 110.
That is a really fast big bug bash.
There it is.
We are finishing up the last helm minigame here at 1 hour 5 minutes.
There's the skip. It's gonna help the skip.
The lack of a skip on the side of Kilvereis, you know, a little bit of a kicking them while they're down here.
Well, the thing is, Kill doesn't even know he's down. Like, look at the speed that he's at. Like, God knows he has to think. Like, he can't think he's like safe, but he has to think he's in it with a chance to win, right?
Sure. Well, he may not know he's down, but we're kicking.
He may not know he's down, but we're kicking anyway. He'll learn at some point. Oh my God!
Going over to the K Rool now.
That's horrifying. I love it.
What do we have for the K Rool boss team? This is the most important thing.
Appropriate. An appropriate theme for a final boss.
They're going to be hopping into the barrel again, unless they get punched in the face 8 times. It could happen.
As I said, too much respect for these riders to believe they will have that outcome.
What a crazy, so fast. Really only like the smallest things really matter when they're playing at this pace. Like just checking one thing errantly can be the difference.
Yeah, absolutely. This is honestly, this is the fastest of the 3 seeds they've played in this set before the reset. That's wild.
I'm not gonna lie, if the developers and like 2DOS just see that the runners are getting faster and faster and faster throughout this bracket, the next season's just not gonna have hints. Like they're just gonna be like, okay, whatever, check all the bananas.
Charles just backflipped for the people in a finals race. My man is either supremely confident or just does it for the love of the game.
That's a backflip for the reset right there.
Oh yeah. The hints might be ice traps. Oh dear God.
That would be so good. Hints just have like a 50% chance to actually be hinting to an ice trap.
And yeah, basically the difference between these two runners is one chunky phase. That's it. An hour and a half. Or sorry, a minute and a half. It was like a minute and 10 seconds going into Helm, and Charles got both the skips, and Kilvereis didn't get either. So yeah, wow.
Minute behind world record.
Yeah, the world record was set like last night as like a 107, but this would have been a world record and definitely a PB for Charles.
We saw the entire DK phase. Okay, DK phase is pretty quick.
Yeah, this is 100% a sub because it's DK.
Okay, wait. I got it. I got the patch for season 4. Okay, ready? I'm the ideas guy. You can buy hints, but they cost 10 golden bananas each.
What?
Spend wisely.
They cost gold bananas? Are you trying to kill us?
You know, you get too many sub 110s. We got to do something.
I'm gonna call like a 109.30, I think, is gonna be our finish here. This is definitely a sub. We're so far off from a sub. We are pretty much locked in for a sub 110. Is what I mean. I can't see Charles not getting a sub 110. Is that the first sub 110 we've seen on stream in season 3, like in our tournament races?
Is it?
It's not gonna be quite 30. It's gonna be like 35, maybe.
Here we go. 34-63, everybody. And that is going to be a GG's on the side of Charles with a reset on the bracket. That means that these two are going to have to play another first to 2, Ash.
Oh, yeah. You know, it feels great when you get to reset something like this after going down 0-1. You know, your back's against the wall. You can't give another match. And I'm sure, you know, fighting in community feels the same way, right? Like, you go to grand finals, you got that reset, you go down one match. It's like, oh, if I can just get out of this, I can give another loss, like have that space again. You can feel like you can breathe again. I'm sure that's probably how Charles is feeling. And on Kil's side, you gotta be wishing you put it away, right? You gotta be wishing that you had just closed the door in the first set after going up 1-0. So that momentum, yeah, I mean, it means a lot. Mental is huge in these like small difference races.
Very, very huge. Also, as we get this outro with the Coconut Mall, yeah, it's just the tiniest things matter. And I think they both played the seed great. Like, there was no real, like, mistakes we saw. Like, there was maybe, like, an errant check or two, but those are inevitable, right? It's amazing they only had the really small amount they did to have this tiny of a time difference.
Oh, yeah. I think that this time difference is basically decided just by... what would I even say? Like, getting vines quicker? Like, Charles had less Kongs, and so got the vine thing from Forest a little bit faster and kept pace on GPs the entire time, while Kil had to go back and forth to get that answer. Very small difference, but, like, you know, that's a difference, right? Like, what was it, like 1 minute and 35 seconds? Yeah, just about 1 minute 35.
Yeah, I think Kevin is right in chat. Combined 3 minutes separating 3 races between these two. Insane. It's crazy how consistent you can be in this randomizer. You know, like there's some randomizers that are so wild that there's just huge variance. But at this point, at this level of play, these runners are just like speed running the video game. Like they're just going.
It's true. I mean, this is the biggest gap we've seen between these two runners. Game set. Welcome in, GG's. Welcome in.
All right, GG's.
Oh, did I just get an all right GG meme? All right, chat. You know what to do. Come on. Give it to me, chat. Put in the all right GGs. There it is. There it is. A serenade to your win. Congratulations, Charles, on resetting the bracket after going down 0-1. How you feel?
Thank you. It feels great. Oh, it was so rough being down 1-0 at first, but we made
Yeah.
it.
Fighting from a down position when this game's this long, so between yourselves, it's like, gosh, I have to win 4 more. But I mean, you're over the crest of it now, right? It's tied up yet again. Isn't it super late by you? It's funny. We always ask, like, how are you feeling, Charles? And you're like, I feel great, but it's always like 4 in the morning, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's okay. It's only 2:30.
Yeah, we have
Thank you, as
EU
always.
final streamed at this hour for the NA audience.
That's fine. I know the majority of the community here is North American, so it's fine for me.
You got any big thoughts on the seed there, Charles? It seemed like it was pretty just coming together. It felt like you were just kind of running in a straight line. That was a very fast seed.
Yeah, at first it was a little bit complicated, but the more time went through, it got more clear. But I gotta admit, I was a little bit lost on Baboon Blast, because I feel like that Summit Barrel is so forgettable. I hate that shit, but the 15th came in clutch.
Yeah, it
Well,
was actually, that was a big decider, I think, Ash, was that Charles dumped enough to get that hint and then immediately ran for it, whereas Kilvereis actually, like, bummed around a little bit longer trying to check a couple different trombone things. And I feel like that actually put Charles out to quite a bit of a lead.
I agree with you. I mean, like, whenever I see, Rocket Barrel and Trombone are both on the path to Donkey, and, like, I mean, you have Key 7 that is also Rocket Barrel and Barrels locked somehow. I mean, both of those scream Summit Barrel to me in some capacity or not. So, like, I was always gonna check that kind of thing. So the 50 hint bails you because, like, it's super forgettable too. If you forget that for like 5 minutes, it's over. It's not that you're gonna forget it forever, but it's totally possible to be like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do for 5 minutes? And go, oh crap, it's this. And so the 50 hint bail is super real.
Yeah. I wasn't paying that much attention to Rocket Barrel actually. I was just thinking. I kind of forgot about it because I was thinking mostly trombone, so I was a little bit lost.
How about that Japes Underground, by the way?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I mean, Peanuts was kind of useless, but
2 keys back to back.
yeah, I was a little bit worried about Key 5 at first if it was going to end up on a boss, but it was just there. But I knew Key 4 was gonna be down there pretty early. But it was a pleasant surprise seeing Key 5 there as well.
I have to imagine you. So I have to ask, I had a question about Kongs. We saw that Kilv got all his Kongs around like 30 minutes. It was like 31, 32 minutes, and it was like 10 minutes later you got all of your Kongs. So I guess part of that routing wise is that like Kilv went forward so aggressively. If you're willing to tell us what is your strategy like going into these matches, like knowing that Kilv's gonna play this aggressively, how are you like lining yourself up to counter, you know?
I mean, I always try to adapt to whoever I'm facing. So since Kilvereis is mega aggressive, I try to be that as well. I tend to clear a little bit more sometimes, but I tend to adapt. But when it comes to Kongs, I feel like you want DK because he's so fast, no matter what, even if he doesn't have any moves. But I feel like chasing Kongs when you already have DK and they don't have any moves, I feel like that's kind of overrated because they are kind of useless. all you can get is some shops, GBs, but I feel like that's kind of overrated.
Makes sense to me.
Elrock is pointing out something objectively correct, that Charles, you may have won this seed almost entirely from climbing the mushroom, which is something that Kilvereis is completely allergic to. So good call on that. Once we found out that those medals were starting to look important. And again, everybody, in case you're just getting here and you're wondering what the situation is, so that was a bracket reset. It is currently tied up 0-0, so we are going to be getting at least 2 more games out of Charles and Kilvereis. I'm just scared at this point because it feels like you two are in like a world record race, and we're just going to keep pushing this town lower, and I'm terrified.
Yeah, we were over here wishing for like something like really complicated and like elongated for like a possible last match, right? And nope, another jet, another another fastest seed of in this this little head-to-head between the two of you. You got faster, I think, every time. Yeah, I don't know. It's where can you go from here? But I guess faster again. Are you ready for the sub 1 hour?
Maybe, but I feel like there's gonna come a bad seed eventually. I mean, we've had 3 really fast seeds, so it's bound to happen.
It's bound to happen. It's what the chat wants. The chat really, I mean, like, Mechfish is getting lonely, and I think the agenda is being a little bit neglected. Like, we got to get back to our roots. We got to be going underwater. It was pretty shocking, by the way, how useless Galleon was. Like, there was, like, one thing in it, and I think Kilvereis was the one who checked it, that the one potion there was just oranges, like, out there in the water. Very interesting how that all shook out with, like, Castle being late and, I think, more necessary in general.
I feel like there were a lot of useless scaring hints.
Oh yeah, and with as many foolish hints as there were, you know, it feels like whenever a seed puts that many foolish hints in, it's like they're running out of things to put. There's just not that much complexity or like, you know, super long paths and stuff. So it ends up being more difficult. I mean, look at all the moves that we didn't use. No guitar, no sax, no grape, no mini monkey. No mini monkey, that's enormous. Like, and even among the moves we did get, like, you know, Punky was used for chunky, but like, Blast was barely used except for the DK phase. Coconut really only gave you a Kong. Bongos, again, only for Helm. I mean, just things weren't really needed all that much besides what their whole thing was, so.
Yeah, Hunky could have been problem if it was hard locked by the moves for it, but I know guitar is the way of the horde in Underground Castle, but
Yeah.
I have no idea where Sprint is. But Spring, but you could skip those.
Right,
For
one
sure.
of them is down there, and the other one is somewhere, probably in a shop that we skipped.
Yeah,
Possibly.
possibly.
All right, so
I think that's going to be it.
Yeah, thank you for coming out and racing. It's never easy to put yourself out there for watching, but obviously you're in the grand finals, so thank you for coming out and racing and coming on for commentary with us. Thank you to our restreamer, Ultibiscuit, and to our race mod, Flogra. Thank you to Solid Bones for coming out here and commentating with me. It's always a great time. And most of all, thank you to you, chat, for coming out and watching yet another exciting race in the Season 3 tournament. We are going to be back at some point. We don't have an exact schedule yet for the next matches because we set up a best of 3 here, and they're going to have to get scheduling again for the next best of 3. So stay tuned, look at those event tabs, you know, really get informed, and